Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC video. I'm your host Jose Rocks, and today I have a unique team for you guys. So this is gonna be a Terapagos setup team with a Koraidon hyper offense mode to it as well. This team is so much fun. It offers a lot of different flexibility, gives you a lot of good different lines to a lot of different matchups, and overall it's just hard for your opponent to pretty much account for everything. You have the Terapagos setup mode where you can go with the Incineroar, the Rillaboom, and the Smirgle. You have triple fake out. You have Decorate to help boost up Terapagos faster. And once Terapagos gets like one Calm Mind plus a Decorate, it's just so hard for it to remove, especially on the special side. And then on the other side, we have a hyper offense Koraidon that just plays really fast. With Smirgle, you're able to just deal a lot of damage with Koraidon, and you don't have your attack drop by Intimidate because of the Clear Amulet. And you're also able to support the Raging Bolt by powering it up with the Sun, as well as Zap Pay and Electric Terror. So it's a very strong Raging Bolt, and it just offers a lot of hyper offense for this team when your opponent might be expecting like a setup mode for the setup mode when they're trying to hard counter that. And then a lot of the cases where they're trying to hard counter the Koraidon mode, you just bring the Terapagos and then you just win, right? So this team is really fun. There is a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Poképaste down in the description below. Let's break down this team. So the first mon that we're gonna be talking about is Terapagos. It's a very standard leftovers calm mindset. One thing to note is that it's something like substitute or earth power. We're running Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse allows you to deal massive damage to like Calyrex Shadow, Calyrex Ice when they usually don't want to tear in front of Terapagos, and you're able to just deal a lot of damage to them. And it's very surprising. Of course, it still works in best of 3 because it forces them to want to Terra, or they just kind of take a lot of damage from Dark Pulse. But then if they do Terra, they take a lot of damage from Terra Starstorm. So that's one thing to note. It's a very cool combo to have like normal and dark. Of course, Starstorm is going to pressure anything that Terras, and the things that you can't really hit with Terra Starstorm, like the Ghost types or Steel types, you can just hit it with Dark Pulse, right? So that's going to be pretty standard. Terapagos does struggle into things like Zamazenta, and that's why we had a Koraidon on the team. This Koraidon is excellent into Zamazenta. It pressures it with a one-hit KO with Collision Course when you get a Decorate boost off. And of course, if you turn 1, you go for the Flame Charge, then you Decorate yourself, then you're able to pretty much outspeed everything, and you're still dealing massive amounts of damage with +2 Flare Blitz and +2 Collision Course. And honestly, unless it's Flash Fire, nothing is taking a +2 Flare Blitz in the Sun from this Koraidon. It's really strong, and it just offers a lot of immediate offense when your opponent may be playing like a long game because they expect you to set up with the Terapagos. So other than that, the Koraidon set is pretty standard, but it is a really fun set still because I feel like it's the most appropriate set for this team. So you're not really slowed down with like Intimidate cycling and stuff like that. Next we have Incineroar. Incineroar is going to do a good job at supporting the Terapagos against like opposing Koraidon, opposing Zamazenta, just being able to get the burn off and have the Ghost Terror so that if they try to body pressure you, you're immune to it in case you need to go for that. It just allows Terapagos to have a lot more sustainability when you're burning those physical attackers. Burning a Calyrex Ice is super huge for Terapagos as well. Of course, you have knockoff, parting shot, pretty standard. Other than that, the Rocky Helmet allows Incineroar to switch in, especially switching in on the Surging Strikes with the Sun. If you have Koraidon on the field and you switch your Terapagos out into Incineroar, Surging Strike's just not doing much damage in the Sun, and it's also taking a lot of chip with the Rocky Helmet. So that's another line that you can go for. The Rillaboom, of course, is very standard. Grassy terrain plus the leftovers just allows Terapagos to heal up a lot faster and have a lot of sustainability. Other than that, it's a standard Rillaboom set, and it does support this team well. Helps you against those opposing Kyogre teams that like to come against your Koraidon, and it gives you just a good matchup to them. Next is Smirgle. This Smirgle set has been running all around Regulation I. I think it's the staple of Regulation I as far as Smirgle set goes. Decorate, you can decorate pretty much anything in the format. There's Ice Riders getting decorated. There's Shadow Riders getting decorated. Terapagos can get decorated. Koraidon gets decorated. I've seen Kyogre get decorated. Just so many different mons can get decorated in the format, and it just allows them, and this is just restricted. We're not even talking about the non-restricted. Like for this team, you can decorate your Raging Bolt, and Electric Terror +2 Zap Plate, Thunderclap just removes everything, right? So that's also a really fun strategy to go for. You can also decorate Rillaboom with the Drum Beating, just allows it to deal more damage. Oh, I did forgot to mention that the Drum Beating helps you drop your opponent's speed in cases where you want your Terapagos to outspeed something or your Raging Bolt. Getting them to -2, -1 just allows you to move first in a lot of different cases, and it's just good utility. I felt like on this team we have enough offense, so we didn't need Woodhammer, and just another form of speed control felt like it was really nice for me. So that's why we went with the drum beating. But other than that, Smeargle's going to be Ghost Terror, so you can get around Fake Out, get around, you know, extreme speed or quick attack, stuff like that, stuff that can finish off Smeargle. Sometimes just going Ghost Terror so they can't use those moves into you is really solid. Last but not least, of course, we have the Raging Bolt. One thing to notice that we're using Zap Plate over something like Booster Energy or Assault Vest. This just allows the Raging Bolt to deal massive amounts of damage with the Electric Terror, and it's very hard to switch into. Very hard for your opponents to not click an attack and move against this team because this team is so threatening. But if they do attack, then they're threatened by like Thunderclap. So that's the kind of pressure that the Raging Bolt adds to this team. It makes it really fun. But there is a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Poképaste down in the description below. Let me know what you guys think about a setup / hyper offense team. Do you think that this is, something that can grow in the meta, or do you think that it's something that you can have fun with on the best of one ladder? But let me know in the comment below, and we're gonna get into these battles. All right, so for our first game, we got Lunadon. Flutter Mane probably has taunt, right? Blue Bonnet, Cineroar, Raging Bolt. Flutter, if he leaves Flutter, he has taunt pressure, right? Like Flutter Koraidon looks strong. I think I want to leave Koraidon Terapagos. I don't know how good Incineroar is here. I'm gonna bring Koraidon and Smeargle. I think Smeargle with some in-game Spore pressure, redirection, and decorates can be pretty solid. I don't really like Incineroar here because Koraidon is most likely Terra Fire. I probably won't go Terra Fire though, right? Koraidon Blue Bonnet. I wonder does Bubani get a defense boost here? Because I can Terra and U-turn and see if I can get the KO. Yeah. I kind of like that play. If I don't get the KO, then we just miss it. But I think getting rid of his Spore pressure early is strong for us. Okay, so something's taking a Terra Starstorm. That's gonna reduce the U-turn damage though. I didn't expect that switch. Yeah, I don't think we get the KO here. We do get some chip down though. Yeah, it's just I don't think the Intimidate mattered. I still don't think we would have got the KO, so we're probably taking a nap here. But the good thing is my opponent doesn't really have a lot of offensive pressure on the board right now. I guess that was opportunity for a free calm mind. Yeah, we just try to wake up here. And we can't wake up, but we just burn a turn of sleep. And we can wake up the following turn. And both his mons are pressured by Koraidon the following turn, though. He can be proactive and hard switch, reading and protect. But it is risky in front of Koraidon. Alright, so we do bait out Terra, so that's good. But we're not attacking here, so. This tells me that you're not faking out, though, if you're going for a Terra. So he's probably parting shot into Terapagos. If he parting shots Koraidon, though, we're chilling. Oh, knockoff. Okay. I don't know if Collision Course gets the KO on Bonnet from that range. If Terapagos wakes up, though, then we do. Could go for the KO on the center, but you can switch in Lunala and that slot, right? And if he has Flutter, that's really bad for us. I could not risk it and switch in Rilla here. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Only thing that loses to if he Flare Blitz or like Will-O-Wisp that slot. And I'd rather get some healing back on Terapagos. Oh, he hard switches, okay. That is Lunala, okay. Oh, we do wake up. So this, I'm also threatening a Dark Pulse next turn into Lunala. And that does get rid of Bonnet. Ooh, so I can fake out Dark Pulse Lunala this next turn. And he may not be expecting a pulse. I mean, we don't have any special attack boost, but it may still get the KO. But getting rid of his Terra and Bonnet right there is good. And he didn't bring Flutter, so Koraidon is kind of chilling right now, right? It's Groudon. Groudon's probably going to protect. So I can glide here to make sure that we outspeed Lunala. And Dark Pulse. I think his win con is Trick Room, right? But it doesn't have Terra available. He could switch in his Incineroar here, but Lunala's really not at risk. So I don't see why you would. Alright, we may lose Rilla here. Oh, he's going for an attack. Did he double that slot? Okay, he did it. Alright, let's see. Dark Pulse. Nice. I'll take that KO. Because Lunala's a huge part of his damage that's down. It do suck losing Rilla there, though. I could have switched in Koraidon. But I don't know if Dark Pulse would have got the KO from that range. Because we don't have any special attack boosts, right? I can bring Koraidon in because I'm pressuring a KO after a fake out expended, right? Yeah, so he expends fake out. Unless Groudon has like Source Dance, we don't really have anything to worry about here. Does Collision Course get the KO there? Without the sun? I mean, it should. Oh, he just cancels. Let's go. Yeah. He sees it writing on the wall there. That Dark Pulse, surprise Dark Pulse, and I'm glad we have that tech on there because that's really for the Calyrex Shadow. But whatever you tech for Calyrex Shadow also works against Lunala too, right? Because they share the same typing. So, yeah, that was a good game. So I see he forfeit there. Even though the sun runs out with Collision Course being boosted by it being super effective, I still think that KOs Incineroar. And then it's a 3v1, and we're still having Smirgle in the black and Spore potential. I think we're in a really good spot from that point. So that was a really fun game. Let's keep going. All right, so we have Koraidon, Miraidon. Screamtail obliterates Terapagos. I don't know what the Araquanid is doing there. I guess it's for his Trick Room matchup against Calyrex Ice, because he has 3 Ice Weeks, and I see that Incineroar Araquanid can be pretty good into that. Tinglu patches up his Calyrex Shadow matchup. And with Screamtail, you can just disable the body press, right? Summons into matchup, so. I think Screamtail is really tough to deal with here. But I'm gonna go Smirgle, Koraidon, Rilla, and Incineroar. Yeah, I don't think Terapagos can't come here against Screamtail. It's too easy to shut it down. And Raging Bolt's really bad in the Tinglu. It could have been Raging Bolt over Incineroar though, right? Because it's gonna get boosted from both of these two. I wonder if you just double the Smirgle here. I'm gonna switch in Rilla and Spore Miraidon. What could he switch in here? Yeah, because you gotta double one of the other slots, right? There's no way you double Smirgle. I don't think you can afford to double Smirgle in it. I could have just protected too, right? Yeah, because Rillaboom and Smirgle board is not pressuring anything. I think I took my foot off the gas here a little bit. Unless he Volt switches into Rillaboom. Alright. Protect his K there. It is into Smirgle. That could have been a fake out flame charge. Alright, a speed boost on Smirgle would be huge here though, right? We get a speed drop though. I'm hard switching to Incineroar and Spore Koraidon. Because Rillaboom should be annoying for you, right? You should probably want to get rid of it. Ah, that's Miraidon. That covers for both plays. I just went for it. It is, okay. I don't even think my opponent brought Scream Tail. Yeah, I honestly don't see how I just deal damage at this point, right? Yeah, I just don't see how I deal damage right now. He did bring Screen Tail. I know my game plan is to put things to sleep and keep Rilla around and hope to get a speed boost on Smeargle. I think you target Rilla here though. Oh, okay. Well played. Oh man, he's covert cloak. Yeah, that's gonna be raps. Honestly, I'd come back from that. Screen Tail just locks games up. It's probably Dazzling Gleam here. Oh, perish. Am I playing Wolfie? This would be such a cool team though if he brought this to a Paris Trust on like this to Worlds. Yeah, I think I lost in team preview because like I just don't have enough damage with Rillaboom and Incineroar to double dragon. Yeah, Yeah, I think it was Raging Bolt because at least it pressures Draco Meteor. And I think I dropped Ensign, right? Because Ensign just did nothing for me here. This is a really cool team, though. But I think Wolfie would probably have Flutter Mane on this team, too. But maybe not. Yeah, this is a cool team, though, man. But he probably would definitely use Life Orb Koraidon to pick up the one-hit KOs and stuff, right? So... I'm gonna just Flare Blitz this slot and fake out. But yeah, this game's over. Yeah, you should have Protect on Scream Tail. Yeah. Yep. Parrish is so strong on a team like this. Nice. I respect it. I'm gonna bow out. Really cool team. We do lose one, but we still got 3 more games to go, so let's get those 3 wins. It'd be funny if this was Wolfie on an altered account, because he has been playing on Japanese accounts to hide his teams. But I don't know if he would be playing best of 1, but it's possible. But that's a cool team. Let's keep going. Alright, so we got Zamazenta, Calyrex. So I think Terapagos is really good here. Smeargle. I'm kind of feeling Raging Bolt. I feel like I need some offense. Incineroar could... He's here to burn Zamazenta, right? That's literally the whole purpose of Incineroar on this team. Smeargle, Koraidon. Yeah. Incineroar's purpose on this team is to burn Koraidon. So let's use, to burn Zamazenta. So let's use what it's good here for. I do think Astro plus Body Press KOs Incineroar. Alright, so either you spore me or you take a knockoff, right? You have to pick one or the other. Alright, but we break your that's fine with me because we break the helmet. We break the sash. That's kind of mine, not Nasty Cloud. Okay. I was hoping for a speed drop there. That would have been huge. If you're not a Calm Mind, I don't think that you're Sash. So I'm a Dark Pulse, see if you let me get it off here. Actually, do I just Calm Mind again? Yeah. He probably Terra Dark, right? Nah, this is a good play. It should have been knockoff in the Smurgle. Alright, we do get the speed drop though. So he has to Terra here, right? So I'm gonna Terra Starstorm and knock off. Oh, he didn't Terra. What in the world? I mean, is he just lets us get this off? My opponent is greedy. But he did set up his Calyrex. But if we KO'd Smurgle here, we're at +2. I don't know if he got a special defense move. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, we do get the KO. Wait. He just loses. He didn't Terra. Oh, my opponent was so greedy. Greedy. 2020 Pokevision. Let's go. Can we get 2020 Pokevision in the comments, please? I did expect him to Terra there. That's why I Terra, just to get some more damage off into him. It would have been a neutral Starstorm, but it would have did a lot of damage still, right? He wasn't leftovers. I don't think he was left. Well, I didn't get to see it because I hit him with Starstorm, right? All right, so we're not out of this, but we in a really decent spot. Because he could just double a slot. I think getting Smurgle in here. Can you afford? I don't think he can afford to double Incineroar. I'm gonna try to get the burn off here. If we get the burn off, I think we just win. Yeah. It's not over yet, but we're in a good position now with Koraidon in the back. Yeah. Oh, this is a one-hit KO. Okay. So this is correct. Oh, it was a crit. I'm gonna Starstorm here and fake out. You should double protect here, right? But if Smurgle gets a speed boost, then you're forced to redirect with Overpine. And it's gonna take 2 attacks to KO Smurgle. Oh, I forgot he hasn't Terra yet. Are you Ghost on Zamazenta? Okay, it's Grass. Wait, but if you're doing this, that means you're not attacking here. I keep forgetting Wyguard goes before Fake Out. Alright, so we had an advantage and we're losing it, so I need to figure out. I'm gonna Starstorm again. I don't think he lets me Starstorm. I'm on Dark Pulse here because I got to get rid of that slot, right? I need to break the sturdy. Okay. Alright, so now we get Koraidon in. And we pressure Collision Course in the Ogerpon. Alright, so that's in range now. Alright, so this is still not one. So we know that Zamazenta can protect. So we can always Flare Blitz that slot plus Starstorm. Because he could protect Ogerpon here. But he could Wide Guard. But I think Flare Blitz just does too much damage in his turn. I don't think it KOs though. He can't protect Zama this turn, right? So I want to Terra Starstorm and Flare Blitz. I think that gets me what I want. If he doubles Terapagos though, I think that's bad. I think he is. Yeah. Oh, we survived though. Let's go. Let's go. He's not max defense on Zamazenta. Oh my god, let's go. Wait. Nah, he can't be because I think Body Press should always get the KO there. Body Press usually does. I am max defense and calm. No, not calm. Is it calm? I think it's calm. Boost special defense. I mean boost physical. No, it's bold. I'm bold. Yeah, bold, boost physical defense, lower attack. So yeah, I'm bold. So I don't think he's max defense impish on Zamazenta. Wow. I think I could have protected there, right? We protect, but it's iffy because if I protect Terapagos, he doubles the Koraidon, we could lose. Because then next turn he just doubles my Terapagos, right? I don't think either turn protecting either one is safe because I can protect Koraidon. He always doubles one slot, right? And I can lose to either way. So it was really a 50-50 because if I protect Terapagos, we win immediately. If I protect Koraidon and he doubles Terapagos, we lose. If I protect Terapagos and he doubles Koraidon, I lose, right? So it was a 50-50. It just depended on which slot he doubled. I had to get it correct because I could have protected Terapagos and immediately won if he doubles the Terapagos slot when I protect. And if he doubles the Koraidon slot when I protect, then I lose. Yeah, so it was definitely 50-50. So I made the best play to pick that he would not double it, but he did, and we were able to survive the double up, which was huge for us. So if he had got the crit with Ogerpon, we would have definitely lost. If he was more physically invested on defense on Zamazenta, then we also would have lost, right? Because I've seen like max defense Zamazenta, even with the bold nature that I have on Terapagos, still deal like upwards of like 85% like with body press, right? So but I'm happy we were able to win that game and showcase, a comeback from that. We did catch my opponent playing Giddy with Terapagos, but props for my opponent for playing his way out of, that bad turn where he lost Smeargle and Calyrex Shadow. And I think that for me, I should have switched into Incineroar because he did get a crit, right? So let's say that he didn't get the crit and he don't get the KO on Incineroar, and he didn't double that slot. If we get the Will-O-Wisp off, we also win that too, right? But it is a high opportunity for him to crit. I think that was a turn to switch in Smeargle, and just to respect the double up from that point, right? And also the turn that he wide guarded on when I have to remember that wide guard has the same priority as fake out. So the faster user will get the wide guard off first before fake out, right? And that's just an interaction that I have to remember because I'm so used to fake out being able to stop wide guard, right? But that's usually slower wide guard users in previous formats. But now we have a fast wide guard user in Zamazenta, right? So I have to respect that. But let's keep going. All right, so we got Jay for this next matchup. He has Calyrex, Ice, Miraidon, Incineroar, Ursh, Mongus, and Lando. I kind of like Rilla Terapagos. Ensign. And Smurgle. Yeah, I think I can win without Koraidon in this match. Koraidon does pressure like Lando, like Fire Terror Flare Blitz pressures 3 of his mons for 1-hit KOs. But I think Terapagos, unless it's Urshifu, is not really threatened by a 1-hit KO. Now, if he leaves Miraidon plus Urshifu, I mean, I still have Fake Out pressure. I think we protect Terapagos, get a couple Calm Minds, and we can win. Oh man, his max speed in Incineroar. Wait, is this the... This is the Michael Kelch team. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Lisi Calyrex. Oh, it's not. I wonder if he just goes Glacial here or Trick Room. So he tried to nuke the Rillabone, but this is why you pay attention to when abilities activate, because I can see that my his Incineroar is faster than my Rillabone. I think he protects Calyrex here, so I'm gonna Calm Mind and Fake Out Incineroar. Oh, he switches. Okay, I'll take it. We keep his Incineroar on the field. Yeah, his Incineroar is even faster than my Terapagos. I think you're gonna Parting Shot here, right? But if he Parting Shots, I'm blocking it, so I'm gonna Parting Shot Mongus. It's not Parting Shot. I could have went for knockoff. I was so tempted to go for knockoff into this Calyrex coming back in here, right? I was so tempted to go for it. Yeah, knockoff would have been game winning there. Yeah, this is a really bad. Either I take a Spore or I take a Glacial Lance. I'm gonna try to just Dark Pulse. Alright, so this is super effective for it. That's not enough. Spore. That's a tough one. I could drum beating here. I don't remember what Terra it was on this Calyrex, but I think it was water, so. I really wish that Dark Pulse did more damage. I could have went for the flinch, but I don't know if it was worth it. But we can burn a turn of sleep here, because you either have to switch or we force out a Terra. Alright, so it is a switch. That's a double switch. He didn't bring Miraidon. Now, if you Surging Strikes into the Rillaboom reading the Incineroar switching, you're gonna take so much chip. And if we wake up, I think the game, you just lose the game from that point, right? And this is gonna reduce the close combat damage. You should fake out Rillaboom because I'm still threatening your Urshifu. Alright, so we both... Oh, if I wake up this turn, I think we win. Come on, Terapagos. Nice, let's go. Alright, unless you're Sash, this should take your Urshifu, right? And Incineroar is U-turn. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, you Flare Blitz my Incineroar. That's perfect. Even better. Nice, so we get the KO there. So now we have fake out pressure on line. That was the perfect switching. We're playing a regulation G game basically right now, right? Because we both dropped our Koraidon and Miraidon. But he doesn't know that I dropped Koraidon, right? I think we just tear a Starstone. We should survive another close combat. Fake out Amogus. Yeah. I mean, unless you're a Covert Cloak, Amogus. Yeah, he's Rocky Helmet, so. Yeah, he's super low on like everything, and we should take another close combat. So the only thing we lose to here is a close combat crit, right? But we're free from that happening because we played the game the correct way. And I'm switching Arilla here. I probably should just double the Incineroar, the Urshifu slot, right? Oh, he's going for Stellar Terror. So we just need to survive this close combat. Since we switched in a Rillaboom though, even if we go down, we still have a chance to win. Yeah, we survived, so we just win anyway. But yeah, because I could always just glide that slot, and Rillaboom just ignores the Amoonguss slot, right? So we're already pressuring glide into that slot. And we still have Incineroar to deal with the Calyrex. And he also didn't have Terror anymore, so knockoff was just super good in the Calyrex from that point. Now, to be fair, we don't have a lot of damage into Amoonguss, right? But it was already at yellow health. So knockoff to knock off the Rocky Helmet plus U-turn should have been able to get the KO in that slot too. So I think we were good regardless. But this game was played, you know, perfect. We did get fortunate to wake up to only take a one turn sleep, because that made it huge for us to get the Urshifu down to Sash, right? But yeah, this was a fun throwback to like a regulation G match with just one restricted. And this is kind of how like some of these teams will play, where you got one restricted and you kind of just play protected with the supporting mons, right? But this is definitely a fun game. I'm happy we was able to get the win here. Battles Council, let's go. Yeah, the only turn that was kind of sketchy was the turn that I faked out in the Calyrex and Dark Posted. I did get a good amount of damage down, but I did allow Terapagos to fall asleep. And that game could have got tricky had we took more turns of sleep, right? Because that was just free close combats from the Urshifu into that slot. We didn't have Smirgle on the field to redirect. So, but he didn't bring his... Smirgle was actually really good in that matchup because he didn't bring his Miraidon. But having Koraidon in the back would have been even better as long as Trick Room wasn't up, because we had... he didn't bring his Miraidon, right? So it did get sketchy because I could have went for fake out into Amoonguss and Dark Post the Calyrex, and if we had got a flinch there with the Dark Post, then I think the game was just over from that point, right? And I think that might have been, it would have been relying on, either way I had to rely on a flinch from Dark Post or waking up turn one. So we ended up making a play that still, you know, allowed us to win the game. But like I said, had we took, you know, even 2 turns of sleep, it could have been tricky. But let's get into one final game. All right, so we got Miraidon, another Miraidon team, and Calyrex Ice plus Whimsicott. Literally the worst matchup for Terapagos to come to. Literally, this is a terrible matchup, but somehow, some way, we're going to find a way to win it. Like, this is the final boss, right? Like, everything on his team counters everything on my team. Because it could be Struggle Bug, Quiver Dance, Volcarona, Urshifu outspeed Smirgle, KOs that. Whimsicott Encores Terapagos. Calyrex Ice set up Trick Room, beats like 3 of my Ice Weak Mons. Smirgle just puts up to sleep, right? So it's just a bad matchup, so I'm going to go with variants in order to win. I think that Incineroar is correct. And I don't see how we win this. This is a really bad matchup, but my opponent has to play. He doesn't have to play perfect, but he has to play in a way that makes it harder for me. And if he doesn't play optimal, then we can win. Like, this lead right here gives us a chance, right? Because if you're covert cloak, Whimsicott. What I can do is fake out here, fire to a flame charge. Like Whimsicott being on the field, hopefully it's not Focus Sash Endeavor, because that can be kind of annoying. But if he's just covert cloak and he just sets up Tailwind, I don't think this is that bad for us. Alright, so he has Protect on that slot. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be Focus Sash. It looks like a cheesy team. Wow. I could have just faked out Whimsicott here. Yeah, because I think he's Focus Sash. And it probably would have just won me the game. But if he's covert cloak, then we're really chilling. Oh, he is. Okay, I'll take it. That's not a bad trade because you encore us, but you trade your Tailwind. Of course, we get the speed boost too, but we're encored in the fake out. But I mean, we didn't bring Rillaboom, right? So the terrain is still here. This is because Trick Room here is strong, right? I'm gonna just Flare Blitz counter because if you don't have a good Terra here, then is it fairy or water? Oh, it's fire. Okay. So my Koraidon was wasted. We did get rid of Whimsicott. We didn't do enough damage though. Probably should have been a collision course into the Miraidon. If he lets us get this off, then I think we can win. Because you gotta, if he protects Calyrex here. If he protects Calyrex here, we can definitely win with Thunderclap in the Sun plus Electric Terrain. That's our win con right now, right? He's thinking. What? Wow. And we do survive. That's crazy. So we are bulky enough to take a Glacial Lance too. I did not expect Smeargle to underspeed my Incineroar, but I guess it's made to underspeed Calyrex. It's probably minimum speed. That is not something I expected. So it's probably minimum speed so it can decorate Calyrex. Right, if he doesn't follow me here, then we could have just probably won. Oh my god. That's just a hard read. Like, can we win if you don't protect here? We can. Wow, last turn I could have won the game too. Man. That's what I said. Like my opponent was kind of giving me the game in a lot of different ways. I see a win con. If he Volt switches into the Raging Bolt slot. I don't think you should ever do that, but this is the only win con I can play towards. Oh, he did. Wait. Wait. We can win now. So I have a free KO and a Spore into. So I Spore Calyrex, knock out Raging Bolt. Then he gets his Smeargle in, and he can fake out. And Thunderbolt won't KO from that range. I think I need to decorate here. And Thunderbolt Calyrex. And hope Miraidon takes a couple turns of sleep. And that's my win con to this game. Okay? Alright, Miraidon has to take a couple turns of sleep and we can win this game. So if he wakes up, I follow me, kill Smeargle. But he still has his Smeargle, right? He has to take another turn of sleep here for me to win. He goes for the double, doesn't get it. Come on, we need one more turn of sleep because then I can kill his Smeargle. Okay. All right, so we KO Calyrex, right? Now the play is We Draco. Follow me. Wait, it's still not over, is it? Alright, so if he fakes out my Smirgle, he KOs it, but we KO Miraidon. If it stays asleep one more turn. If he fakes out Raging Bolt, we survive, but we spore Smirgle. And if he stays asleep, then we just win, right? Yeah. Alright, so he just has to stay asleep one more turn. So it all comes down to this. But I play towards my outs. If we find a way to win, we do. Let's go! Oh, we still gotta hit Draco. Can we hit? Let's go! No way we found a way to win this game. There's no way. There's no way. It's all because he doubled the slot with Volt Switch, and you should never double the slot because Glacial Lance is gonna pick up the KO if I don't protect, right? So you should always double the Smirgle slot because I'm Sash, and that's what helped us win this game. Wait, he doesn't have an attacking move, right? So he can't attack, so we just win. Let's go. I told you it was such a bad matchup when we found a way to win that game. Oh man, that was an amazing showcase. You guys gotta leave a subscription for that one if you haven't already subscribed. But that was a crazy game. I had a lot of fun with that game. But that's gonna be it for these battles. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I played, like I said, that was a really bad matchup for this team. But just because you have a bad matchup at something, don't mean you can't find a way to win. And my opponent gave us a lot of opportunities to win that game. And like I said, they had to play optimal in order to beat me because I already know I'm playing for a deficit or against a bad matchup. So I'm going to be making all the right plays at least like 80-90% of the time. So he has to play optimal to win a matchup that he's favored in. And he made a lot of small mistakes that gave me opportunities to win. And, you know, we were fortunate to get 3-turn sleep on the Miraidon, and that helped us win the game. But like I said, it was a bad matchup. We played to our outs, and we still able to find a win there. So if you guys like that type of content, go ahead and leave a subscription. Never give up. Always keep playing. And even if it seems like a bad matchup, just know that you guys can win it because your opponent still has to play the correct way and make the right plays, right? Otherwise, you can find ways to win the game. But let's go ahead and get into our final review. All right, getting into a final review with this team, and I had a lot of fun with this team. It's a very unique team, and I haven't really seen one built like it. It offers just a lot of different modes. So you can go to Terapagos mode or the Koraidon mode, and you can have a lot of success with both. And sometimes you can merge the modes and find, just have a lot of fun with it. So we did have a couple of very tough games, but we were able to tough them out and find, win cons based on our opponents either playing greedy or just not making the best plays that can automatically win them the game when they have the win con right in front of them, right? And we were able to play to ours. So that's just, the testament of how strong a team can be. I think triple fake out on a team like this is really solid. The decorate into Koraidon is also a very fun strategy. Also decorate into Raging Bolt. You can have a lot of fun with a lot of different combos and stuff like that. Like I said, the last game, I'm very proud I was able to find a way to win that game. Raging Bolt was so clutch for being able to survive that Glacial Lance. We do have some, HP EVs and physical defense EVs on the Raging Bolt, so we had just enough to be able to take that Glacial Lance to survive, and that was enough to keep us in the game and win the game. So if you guys like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe for me, turn on those post notifications, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the Terapagos and Koraidon duo. And there's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Poképaste down in the description below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned. More new videos soon. Deuces.